Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're focusing in on a viewer question and inquiry we received that came in, and that was really how can they become more aware or spot a psychopath? They've encountered a psychopathic individual, an intimate relationship with this individual. It's been life damaging, it's been life changing, and so they're wondering how can they further protect themselves from attracting this sort of violator and perpetrator into their life in the future. And I understand the fear, I understand the concern, and I want to discuss here a few of the traits and some of the red flags of a psychopathic individual. A psychopath is an individual who has a personality and character disorder. And they look very normal on the outside. They can be extremely attractive, extremely charming. That is one of the very hallmark and classic traits is just they have this extremely charming, affable way about them. Very relaxing, very at ease. They don't seem to possess the social anxieties that most people do. They just seem to be very present, like as if they have no past, no future. They're just very present, and they have this magnanimous quality about them, very magnetic. And it's very difficult to define why, but that generally is due to their ability to focus in on the prey with which they want to basically suss out and victimize. And when I use these words, I don't use these words lightly, I use them quite literally. The psychopath is an individual who is an intra-species predator. So it means that they are strictly looking for someone to prey in, hone in on, and destroy. Take down, make just done. I mean, they want something from you. They want some end result, and it's very calculated. They want you destroyed. They, for some reason, in their physiology, they take a great heightened pleasure in destroying and overpowering others. So there is a propensity to dominate, a propensity to overpower, a propensity to have extremely adept manipulative qualities. And manipulative meaning physically, emotionally, and spiritually manipulative of others to get them to concede and acquiesce according to their needs, their requirements, whatever it is that they want. So if they want to overpower you physically, sexually, they'll become highly promiscuous. They might want to overpower an organization, so you find that they're making inroads to all sorts of people's offices, taking the back stairs places, taking the underground, making phone calls, standing at people's desks where they don't belong, making phone calls, making emails, texting people, getting buddy up with people in the office who they don't belong, basically rubbing elbows with because they're seeking basically to make connections and manipulate people with this charm. And the psychopath, by virtue of their physiology, they have a extreme amount or a significantly greater amount of dopamine in their neural wiring. So they are extremely reward oriented. So in this, coupled with a heightened degree of testosterone, it basically annihilates their lack of empathy. So they have a very profound and significant lack of empathy. So as you can see, they're highly reward-oriented, high-risk takers. Coupled with lack of empathy, they're just going to go with what they want. They're going to go after what they want, regardless of who they're going to knock over, hurt, destroy, exploit to get what they're after. So it's a very calculated, sussed out attack when a psychopath is entering into a relationship. So what are the red flags? We know the end result is that they want something. And generally, others are going to pay the price for that. So it's not just about earning it for yourself. It's not just about working hard by integrity, work ethic, putting in the hours, putting in the study that most people, I don't want to say most, but the large mass of society, the people who do work hard to get ahead, they put in the hours, they put in the study, they do what's required. They earn their keep. They are good stewards. They provide great service, great value. The psychopath will have nothing to do with that. They are looking for shortcuts. They are the individuals who are extremely charming. So a red flag would be someone who you just feel that when they enter the room, you cannot take your eyes off of them. For some reason, there is something about them that is just magnanimous, something electric, something magnetic. They exude this from their aura. And what you are feeling is the psychopath who does not have a conscience. So what you're feeling is this individual who is extremely charming. They're very well aware of the effect that they have on others. They're very well aware of this manipulative and control, seduction, and almost hypnotic presence that they have over others. And when I say hypnotic, they provide sort of this charming, very comforting presence, which really is the word that I'm looking for is trance-like state that they tend to elicit in those individuals with which they want to suss out and they want to victimize. And when I say trance-like, I mean it's almost as if the person is rendered helpless, as if they're just extremely fascinated with this individual. And what they're becoming fascinated with is the fact that this individual is extremely comfortable. They do not seem to possess the regular social anxieties, concerns, fears. They just don't have this in their emotional repertoire. So this person seems to become suddenly very interested. It's something that you subtly pick up. It's something that you notice. And it's not like, oh, wow, that person has nice hair or a nice suit or nice jewelry or nice shoes. It's not just like that. It's something that you notice about their presence, that they seem to just make inroads. They seem to connect with others very easily and effortlessly. They seem to work a crowd. They seem to work an office. They seem to work an event. They seem to work a relationship. They just seem to be smooth as melted butter. I mean, they just ooze themselves all over the place, and they're able to get this attention physically. So when you feel this sort of entrancement, you feel this sort of trance-like state, or you feel extremely fascinated with this individual. This is part of the magnetic presence that you might feel from a psychopath. And again, this is because of their physiological makeup, their heightened sense of immorality, and the risk-taking behavior. So they'll engage in these very subtle attention-seeking behaviors that most people, would not participate in. They would not go there. They would not have anything to do with that. That would be wrong. That would be immoral. That would be a violating of social norms. That would be a violation of business etiquette. That would be a violation. So these people are the individuals who have no remorse, no regret, no conscience, and they get ahead by exploiting others, manipulating and overpowering others through word salads, through saying things that just don't make sense. They have a way to twist meanings, get inside people's head. The way that if you find someone who is focused in on you, not just like listening and just, and I'm not talking about the everyday person who's listening to you, understanding you, you're having a conversation. I'm talking about someone who it just seems like the whole world fades away. There's nothing else but you and them in the world. There's no other responsibilities. There's no other people in your life. It seems as if nothing else matters. It's you and this person against the world. You feel like this person has just been the answer to your prayers. They want to enter into the relationship very quickly. All of a sudden, you feel like they've swept you off your feet. Chances are, this is moving way too quickly. So when we talk about a relationship with a psychopath, things are just like jet speed. They just seem to launch very quickly. And even if this person has been sussing you out, it takes this addictive quality very quickly. So another red flag is that you feel almost like you cannot manage a day without this person. You cannot manage a moment. And yes, when you fall in love, I mean, you have this like excited feeling, and you're excited you can't wait to see this person. I mean, that is okay. I'm talking about when, you can't sleep, when you can't eat, when this person is texting you while you're driving. They're constantly sending you pictures. You're in a meeting, you're supposed to be focusing on something, and they're getting you derailed. You're focusing on this, they're focusing on that. You think, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. This person is the love of my life. This is what you hear about in movies. Well, yeah, it's what you hear about in movies, when the guy has or girl has, a second and third life, and they're shifting pictures around, and they've got pseudo nicknames for you, and they don't really call you by your name. They depersonalize you. They have a way to regress you to the point where you have no sense of identity, or you feel like you've lost your values, your focus. If you feel like you're no longer focused on your career goals, or they seem to be there for your career goals, but yet you're kind of you feel like you're losing grip with certain things. You're letting certain things go, but you make excuses because this person is just so worthwhile, so worth being with, that you tend to make excuses. You're missing business appointments. You're cheating on your spouse for this person. You feel like this person is just the answer to your midlife crisis, and you just can't stop thinking about this person. Very high risk sexual encounters. These are again the hallmark traits of a red flag of a psychopath individual. And you need to be very careful before you jump into relationships. So most people, after they've encountered this type of individual, they said, you know what, this was something I did rush into. This is something I did kind of feel a queasiness in my stomach. I did feel uncomfortable about this individual. They did make me violate my boundaries. I violated certain things. I made certain trespasses against others that I shouldn't have. And this was part of the workings of a psychopath. So I hope a few of these red flags do help you identify and help you furthermore understand how a psychopath will use their extreme charm and manipulation to overwhelm, overpower, and addict others to their charming and manipulative presence. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.